are scary. They can do mass killings. However,
put my back to you, sorry.
You're good. However, wait, I wouldn't put my back to you? Wait, what? Damn, that's some damn respect. What the fuck? Damn.
Yeah. Let's
what the hell? Soldier over here, bro. Do kind of feel like Mr. President. Good morning.
Hi. How are you, Mr. Kingsman?
I'm not too bad, you know.
Have you completed that attack map yet, sir? Or?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, no, so okay, I'll give my opinion on it because I don't really give a fuck. You know, I'm not some crazy extremist anyway, so so I can see both sides. Listen, look. I think it's fair to say that, you know, the ruling on those automatic assault rifles, right, that the right to bear arms didn't apply to assault rifles because they didn't imagine that back in the day. But but at the same venue, bro, the right to bear arms was so that you could have standing militias and the militias could fight against tyranny. That's so obviously why it was there. I mean, like, I don't like assault rifles at all. I think they're fucking dangerous, right? Mostly because of other institutional issues, like having people that are like borderline fucking, like, can't control their mental issues, getting guns, instead of getting guns and then like fucking murking people, right? To me, that's like a separate problem. Just straight up. And that's why I don't like it. It's because someone whose brain is fucked, right, that hasn't been given proper medical attention, whatever, goes and like fucking reads like weirdo websites on the internet, can go grab that shit, and now a bunch of people are dead. That's a problem. But that's a separate issue than the right to bear arms. Because in what world, like you get what I'm saying? I don't want people having those easily. I don't, because of other reasons. But in my mind, there's no way you're gonna ever make me believe, I don't care who said what, that when the right to bear arms was put forward, that they weren't that it wasn't about militias and the ability for states, for segments of states to fight against tyranny, because it was off the back of the war for independence, bro. After settlers were subjugated by the British. That if the government didn't allow for people to have arms, they could never ever fight back if it ever came to it.
Yeah, Kingsman's got something for you, Spectre.
Oh, perfect. Coming up.
Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that, like, people should have fucking jet fighters and tanks and all these other sort of things. But you want to hear some like hot shit? You want to hear some shit? The reality is that, yes, I will at the same time agree that back in the day it was muskets, right? Back in the day you had muskets or whatever, right? And like small shit. And that back then, in theory, the people could fight those in power. Because there wasn't really much of a difference. There's like musket and not a musket, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. There wasn't like a huge jump of difference. I mean, the government now has like no. I'm with you. Back in the day, like I don't know what you want to call it. The power between what a citizen could have armory wise versus what the state would have was different. And now militaries are significantly bigger, right? I do agree that the circumstances are much different, but I feel like as a consequence of that, ready for this hot take? is that the reason I'm surprised, actually I'm not surprised, that I would argue that if you look at the right to bear arms and why it was there, and while the realities of the matter is that what it was attempting to empower the citizenry with is not realistic anymore, because the citizenry is never going to get fucking tanks, is never going to get fighter jets, and never going to get all these other things, right? That the reality still exists. That what I would argue is that given all those things and it not being realistic, is that supplemental method should have been introduced.
Regarding
right?
the drone or just questions and...
In other words, a means by which the people
I don't think anyone has any questions.
would be able to like legally fight
Why are
back
you calling
against
it a
these things.
drone?
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
Why are you calling it a drone?
Arthur's got one.
Why are you calling it a drone, love?
I don't know.
Why
You get
are
what
you
I'm saying?
calling it a
Anyways,
drone?
look, I don't expect you guys to agree with me. I'm just saying, like,
This is a fucking tool.
I don't like
No,
the
there is
argument of
trouble
like,
in
well,
this
they
room,
didn't
but
think
it's not
automatic
that.
firearms existed back then. Bro, no.
I never said that. I never even said
No,
it,
no,
though.
not that
You're
people
just
need
assuming
nukes,
it.
but-
You're just assuming it.
Okay, let's get
Non-armor.
Let's get back on
She kind
topic.
of got you there, though.
Yeah.
I'll be real.
What is the range on this?
They do, though? People do
Yeah,
think
no.
that. I mean, people can think it all they want, but that's copium as
Yeah,
far
you
as I'm
wish.
concerned.
Damn! Arthur!
I'm anti-mass access to guns for very different reasons.
Hold on. Excuse me, Mayor. Excuse me.
Oh, you little...
Oh!
Such a shitbag. Oi!
Someone put a stop to that tool.
It's technically it's
What
not
the
Sawyer,
fuck?
it's the car.
Come on now. You're getting my ankles with that now, son. Is something wrong?
see
Oh,
it
something
now?
wrong.
Let everyone know. I responded to a cash exchange solo, and then I arrested the
Shootout.
guy. And he said,
No!
robbed the
No!
cash exchange, and I made him stand next to the picture of him holding a gun at the cash
Where's
exchange.
JJ?
My C-car!
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful
I
comparison.
have a
And
good
that's-
clip, man.
Yo,
And that's one of the biggest
that's
flaws with the remote control cars, is that someone could just pick it up.
Can we get him in here and take another photo of him in front of this photo?
I
I'll
was
try. I'll
thinking the
try.
exact same thing.
Nothing wakes you up quite like snorting a big line of coke.
Just twit.
Does the mayor or anyone from the mayor's cabinet have any announcements to make?
Yeah, I got something.
All right, come up on here, Nina.
All right. All right. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Doing fantastic.
Doing good.
If you haven't had a chance yet, please take a look at the docket. There are 4 legislative audits that were posted back on Friday, so a couple days back. 2 of them have gotten responses, specifically the penal code changes stemming back from February 6th, in which our allegation, our submission was the penal code cannot be altered without legislative change. In other words, if there is not law backing it, things don't just magically become illegal. In the same vein, fine, times, etc., have to come through the legislative process, whether that's case law, whether it's legislation getting passed, or any one of those things. The state agreed, and as a consequence of that, all the changes from February 6th onward are going to be reviewed for constitutionality, as well as reviewed for in the best interest of the people. The second thing that is going to be altering is that's been accepted is the powers, the justice's power document, which is going to change the penal code line to underline what was intended, which is that the justices will be the mechanism by which penal code changes, and that legislation needs to be backed. Any questions about that in general? Or confused what I just said, possibly, because I know that was a lot of words. All right.
No.
Okay, easy. So what that means for you guys in law enforcement, you may, on your day-to-day basis, come across some things that you've never seen before. I'm going to use the example of that will be seen in there. Let's say you find an RPG, right, on a person, or you find an RPG, like in a Polito bank. Currently, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if there's an actual RPG charge, but let's pretend there wasn't an RPG charge. You do your investigation. Where did it come from? You know, how does it work? All that kind of stuff. And that can be submitted to any one of the legislative authorities, and we can like roll that into law. It's all right. Make sense? All right, fantastic.
Makes
All right.
sense.
Any questions in general beyond any of the audits? All right. Easy.
When does voting happen?
Voting started. Yes, it is open yesterday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I think it goes for the week. Yep.
Everybody make sure to go get your votes casted. Every vote is important.
Easy. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
At this point, why do we call him mayor? We should start calling him a fucking king or a czar at this point. Son of a bitch has been mayor for a year.
Everyone else keeps can't last long enough. You know what I'm saying there?
Him and me both, brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Premature evacuators.
All right. If no other announcements are to be made, I believe we are done here. Let's go out there. Let's go get some police work.
Wait, y'all don't do bits?
Oh,
No, we can't afford
do you have a bit for us?
Oh gosh. So,
Junior's
yeah.
got a bit too.
Is it actually funny or
Do
is it
I?
a fucking kids game?
It's not
Make
funny.
something
And
up.
it's not
Come
a
up here
kid's
and do your
game.
bit. Come up here and-
It's serious.
Go up there and pretend you're
And it's not
useful,
even a
Junior.
bit.
I have a question. When is
Hey.
Smoko?
Smoke.
What time is
Smoke break,
Smoko?
break.
Junior,
I think bits are better
Yes.
when you don't say they're
I had a
bits. And you just
question.
go up there
We're
and
trying
Yes.
to get a
'cause
building
then it's
Well,
fine.
When it's your turn to speak,
the
you can
mayor,
say that.
and he said to
Anyways,
speak to you
hello.
regarding, like,
I am
the-
Officer
He hasn't done an
Gumtree.
incident report in 7 months. I audited her.
I am
Yeah, do you
10-3,
mention that
thank you
to
very
me?
much.
I'll speak to
I
you guys
am
after
a
all this
third
wrapped
shifter.
up.
You will
That's cool.
probably never see me again unless you come to third shift.
Sweet.
Anywho,
Fucking
during third
good.
shift time, I like. Okay, that kind of threw me. I ain't gonna lie. During third shift time, I like to do a little bit called horse facts. Okay, y'all, I am a horse girl. Yes, I admit it. I'm a proud.
I mean,
horse
you have
girl.
horses?
No, but I am a horse girl.
Can I just interject here earlier? We
Yes.
could have done with you earlier on. There was a negotiation zone at a jewelry store. The two gentlemen in there, they was after I couldn't understand it. 17 to 35 hand stallion thoroughbreds. They was after.
That is extremely tall horse.
Is it?
So let me
So,
explain to y'all. I'm
go on
glad
and
you brought
go.
that up. If y'all ever have any incidents, cases, whatever suspects regarding horses, horse nature, you can contact me. Okay. So hands. A hand measurement of a horse is 4 inches. Okay. So literally, it's from the one edge of the palm of your hand to the other side, not counting your thumb. That's 4 inches. Okay. So that's a hand of a horse. The more hands, the taller the horse. Okay.
So where do we
Anyways,
measure that from? The tail to the
From
snout,
the-
or
from the
to the penis
ground?
to the ears?
What?
Kingsman,
hold
why
on.
are you wanting to put your
Where do you
hands near
measure
a
that
penis,
from?
Kingsman? Why?
Alright, I call
Personally-
bullshit because there ain't no way this is only 4 inches.
I'm just asking a question. You know, it's in my mind. That's all it was. Serious question.
I mean, if that's what encompasses you and you're alone on your own in your bed, then that's not my problem there, sir. But that being stated, hand is 4 inches, and so also this is just a fun little thing. I like to do some little horse trivia. I'll just keep it short and sweet. So somebody else has a bit. So does anybody in here know what the fastest horse breed in the world is?
Arabian Stallion.
In Red Dead Redemption 2, it was the Arabian.
You are right. It is the Arabian in the game, but I'm talking about real life.
So
Arabian.
Wait.
So I was
Yes?
trained a long time ago in a
Tell me.
place back in the UK called the
Uh-huh.
Norfolk, and
Oh, I
in
see.
there, now over there was the beautiful queen, and the queen had a mighty horse, big horse,
Yes, of course, many.
called Persimmon, and it
I
was
bet she did.
noted he went on about 624 miles per hour.
What?
Okay, that sounds
Were you from North Korea? What did you say?
inaccurate,
Norfolk.
but
Oh, the those like AI horses,
yeah,
like the
maybe
Boston
she-
Dynamic ones.
Yeah, maybe
That-
she had like
I mean,
a
maybe. It was the
ChatGPT
Queen's.
horse or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna have to fact check that one. I'll come back to you next week, okay? But the answer to the question, the fastest horse breed in the world is actually the quarter
me.
horse. No, shush. Everybody thinks it's a thoroughbred. Some people think it's Arabian because of video games, but it is in fact a quarter horse. But guess what, y'all? Only for a quarter of a mile, okay? And somebody check on Martha back there. I think she's having a stroke. I don't know. Anyways, that's the end of horse facts with Gumtree. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good shift.
Thanks for that. Appreciate that.
Thank
Love
you,
a horse fact.
Gumtree.
I'm pretty sure it's the Boston Dynamic shit. You know what I mean?
Who's next?
Thank you, Gumtree. Anyone else have any interesting?
I think
facts
it's the
for today?
Boston Dynamic shit. That's
You
all
got
I'm
anything
saying.
Interesting to say.
I've seen that. I've seen the videos.
Glue from you or the glue? You know, the horse
Bloody-
glue. People talk about
Right.
horse
Okay.
glue.
I guess I'll do it.
Would you
Right,
shave
coming up
off
here,
or do we,
Captain.
you know, extract it?
Do what?
Okay. I've got visions of boiling horses.
I spoke to Sawyer as well about it.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So,
Yeah, that's me.
hello and Kiflom.
Oh.
I am a part of New Epsilon.
Kiflom, brother.
Kiflom, sister.
You're a part of it.
Choo choo.
Michael. I don't know what's happening.
Opal. Part of what?
What?
Opal.
There's a cult in the
What?
city, guys.
What?
Me-
Check your phone. Check
Got a
your
sign up
phone.
link?
It's my favorite thing to do. I love doing that.
Opal,
Guys,
stop.
I'm not medically trained. Okay, someone help
It's
me.
fine. Just tell him he's okay and there's no trains. Just tell him
There's
he's
no
okay and
ice
there's no
coming
trains.
today.
Your
Craig.
God
No
can't
trains,
save you
no
now,
There's no
heathen.
trains, no ice.
What have I missed?
No train? Okay, we're
There's
good.
no train.
He got ran over by a choo choo yesterday.
Oh.
There's no trains, Trig.
No train in here. No, everything's fine.
There's none within 500 meters of us.
Like running a train, that club?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
I don't think you know what 500 meters is because there is tracks less than 500 meters that way.
Everybody-
You're late, Bobby.
everybody
Percy,
stop with this
Percy
Take a lap.
stop about
Thomas the
trains,
Tank
just
Engine.
Stop.
Diesel from Thomas the Tank Engine.
Trig is fine. There's no train.
Okay.
You care if I sit in your lap, Sawyer?
All right, I'm here to spread the good word of the New Epsilon, guys. What is Kiflom? Kiflom is you. Kiflom is me. Kiflom is this book and the apple tree that gave its life to make the paper that made this book. Kiflom is the earth.
He's
Sky,
so
birds,
strong.
Cars. Kiflom is everything and nothing. I Kiflom, you Kiflom, he, she, they Kiflom.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brother.
Question.
Yeah,
Do
okay,
Oh, wait your turn, Bobby.
just one final question.
You
Do,
did this.
We Kiflom?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that,
And there's no sex.
Sure, I heard it was a sex cult.
is that a verb or a noun? When you say we Kiflom, is it a verb or is it a noun?
It's whatever you want it to be.
It's everything and nothing.
It's Kiflom.
Yeah, he said it.
It's whatever.
Kiflom. Page 7 of the old New Epsilon book is old. We don't adhere to the sex parties or sex orgies. That went out when Diddy went to jail. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, sex parties are definitely on a downswing since then. He's got to get
All right,
going.
swiftly moving on. Bobby, you said you had an announcement to make.
Yeah, I do.
All right, come on up here and whatever's in your mouth, chew
You
it.
swallow
Fast.
that first, please.
Okay.
Guys, I
No.
have something
No,
that.
you
Oh,
swallow
come
that
on,
first.
Bobby.
Chew
I want to
louder.
hear it.
Oh,
LT, do something,
Get
LT.
away.
I can't stand
That's
this.
good.
Do I have
That's-
permission to swing?
That's baloney, guys. That right there is baloney.
I
You
think
don't
you're
wanna-
just thinking
Why?
about Sawyer.
Yeah.
Poor
Greatest,
people
greatest
eat
Very
thing.
well
baloney.
versed with having sausage in your mouth there, Bobby.
Well, everybody, you know, I didn't think that I would have to make this announcement today, but it has come to my attention that, you know, as the head of custodial services, somebody in the men's locker room has been ejaculating. So we gotta cut that out, guys. Well, nobody, you need to stop ejaculating
Where else are
in
you
the locker.
supposed to do it?
I'm looking
It's
at you,
Bobby.
Sawyer.
I was like, what if it's Bobby
Not
trying to
you.
cover it up?
You
It's
killed her.
Bobby.
You killed her.
It's a self-report. 100% a self-report.
Yeah,
Self-report, yeah.
It was Willie. It was Willie and Miller.
Hey,
Now he's
well,
changing who it was.
Bobby, if that's the case, isn't that like a criminal matter now? I mean, shouldn't you be like testing it or whatever?
Can't we DNA test it?
Public indecency.
To do that, Miller?
That's when you made the discovery.
All right.
Spectre, can you find out if anyone is from from Canada in here?
Any Canadians? Any?
Yes.
Any?
Ew.
Who said that? What do you want to do with them, Trig?
Can you ask them how they feel about Denmark?
Mr. Canadian man, how do you feel about nation of Denmark?
Indifferent. I don't even think about them.
So they're not worth your time, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's the thing about Wales,
Oh my God.
Michael?
He sounds American, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm very not American, Trig. Thank you.
Something a Canadian would say.
Captain Trig, can you do an American
hockey.
accent? What does an American sound like to you?
It's a moose, not a goose.
Yeehaw, partner! Shooty, shooty, shooty! Tariff, tariff, tariff! China!
That
Sounds like he's doing an
That's pretty
impression of
good.
like a gang member in this town.
That triggers
That's not what we
Wait,
sound
gang
like.
members are doing
Gang member
tariffs
and,
now?
American.
Oh my god, that triggers me so much right now.
Gang turf tax.
Oh, everybody! I just anybody who has been.
Hey, listen, I want you all to know something.
Come
I
on,
bought
hold
the
on,
dip
hold
and
on,
I'm
Sawyer,
fucking
coming up here.
rich. Thank
No, come
you
on-
so
oh,
much.
Okay.
I bought it the dip and I
gotta
fucking
say
cleaned the fucking house. I can tell you that much. No, you shouldn't, Bob. You
It's
sit down, you
crazy that
Kentucky
your
son of a bitch.
president is doing it insider trading, which is
I love
Hey,
America.
that's how I knew to buy
We
it, that
love
dip, big
America.
dog. That's how I knew to buy it, that dip.
Yeah.
Hey, the way I look
damn,
at
I
it
love
is
America.
Bitcoin's on sale, brother. Bitcoin's on sale right now. Load up.
All right, load up on Bitcoin. If
20%
there's no other,
off right now, the way I look at it.
if there's no other announcements, we're all good to head on out there and get back to our police work. Thank you for attending today's meeting.
I have one more announcement. Willie, I have been working on an investigation to find your hairline, but I have yet to get any leads.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good one, man. It's a good one.
hell?
Yeah,
Both wearing
yeah,
hats.
Willie. You ugly as shit, Willie. You look like a goddamn ass
Hey.
cheek, Willie.
At least I ain't been wanking off in the fucking toilets like you have
Okay,
been.
10-3, 10-3, come on.
Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, so who do you guys think?
That's
All
not
right,
true.
so I know the two of you are lesbians, but who do you think's more unattractive, Bobby Charles or
Sorry,
Willie?
sorry.
All right.
Who's Charles?
This old.
Matt, I'd just like
albino
to
son
say
of
from
a
the
bitch with
LSPD, I
the
do
hair.
apologise for his behaviour. It is unprofessional
And I'm
and
Willie.
it's crass.
No, it's
It doesn't represent any of the rest of the LSPD.
Yeah, no, I
Peak male
think Bobby is
athletic
mostly
You know,
a hire to make everyone else feel good. You know what I mean?
It did take.
Yeah,
So-
and I understand it. We need people like that. But sometimes, just sometimes, it's a boundary. It's a line.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
a,
God!
Yeah.
a line, and he does.
Damn.
Does walk it. Does walk it.
Is it
horrible
a?
woman.
Can you make sure like someone knows that that probably needs to be looked into? Because I mean, if someone's it could become a health hazard.
Even me, so that's my
Yeah,
my
Bobby,
speech
take
on
off your
that.
hat.
Say that I look
On
like
a
Ryan
personal note,
Gosling.
I see you as like lead regarding clearing up a load of
See that,
properties
Willie?
around the
See
state
that,
and
Willie?
everything like that.
See that?
That is correct.
Is there
No,
any-
it's fine.
which is,
It's
from my
fine.
point of view, is wonderful.
It's fine.
See,
It's fine. I
personally,
understand. I'm not everyone's cup
I don't
of
need a
tea.
big place. The apartments that
Captain
was
Trigg, can
granted
you
to
come
me
over here real quick?
when I first moved to
Captain
is
Trigg,
wonderful.
we need
Appreciate
you.
that. Lovely.
Not
But
ours. Not
this is
ours.
big. But I would personally love.
It's because I didn't take my glasses off. I get it. I'll give you
I
the
don't
Captain
keys. Hold
Trigg,
on.
who do you think's
I
more
want a cargo
attractive
container.
between
Similar
Willie
size
and
to
Bobby? I'm
the
asking you
to the
because
caravans
you're
they get
the-
along
we all know
Sandy
you're,
Shore,
you know,
or
Mhm.
shall
trying
say
to get
the
her
you know the little trailer park type things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trig.
I would love it to be a cargo container. You know, the ones you get down to the docks type area. I would love it
Yes.
down there.
I actually
Multiple ones.
think that is a fantastic idea. Yeah.
Well, look, I mean,
Immediate
keep it nice and cheap. And
You're
then, say,
such
for
an
example, a man
idiot.
in your stature was to go down there, buy loads of them, right, at a price where you negotiate. And you can sell them at one set price
Take
to one
personality
person.
into account.
You know,
Captain.
that's
You know, I think
that's
it's
not a
share.
bad idea. I'm gonna look into that actually. See if I can get something done
I got
along
a
those lines.
750 credit score.
Yeah, I mean, even something like that 50 to about 100 grand, you know, something
I'll
modest.
email you a
That'd
photo
be
right
wonderful.
now.
But
So
I just thought I'd put
proud
that
of my
towards you.
credit score.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna kick that up the chain. I think that especially because it's an area that's sort of
Sawyer, defend America.
mostly
Sawyer, defend America.
unused. You know what I
It
mean?
is, and I can see it, you know, from a technical standpoint.
No.
Yeah, the cargo containers, they're
I can
not
see.
very well
I can
insulated,
see.
and sometimes they can get a bit wet.
Sing.
But, hey, I'm sure someone can kind of figure that out. But yeah, I'd appreciate that. So,
Get ready.
Absolutely.
Name's Kingsman, by the way.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, Kingsman, and thank you for you know the suggestion.
Mama,
All right, sir. No problem.
All right.
Oh my good God, Bobby. Oh,